good to be here. Commissioners, fellow citizens of Gates County, and visitors. I wasn't here during the public hearing for the discussion of the old courthouse. Couldn't make it that night, can't make it that one. But I want you to know that I'm in favor of protecting and saving the old courthouse. It's a majestic building. It's rich in history, and it's certainly worthy of saving. I am of the opinion that it should be gifted or given to the Historical Society, handed to them for preservation. I do not believe that the financial burden of the project should be mandated, dictated, imposed, or levied against the Gates County taxpayers. However, the write-up goes something like this. As I ponder over the future of the old Gates County Courthouse, I said and pen a letter to my fellow commissioners. Sounds stable, patriotic, doesn't it? Well, the statement was made in regards to the old courthouse, and this flagged this Grand Appliance approach to communicate to the other commissioners what must we do. Please allow me to interject my patriotic take on it. One if by land, two if by sea. You remember Paul Revere, the old North Church belfry in the city of Boston. It was April 18, 1775. One if by land and two if by sea. It was Paul Revere's call to warn his fellow patriots of how the British were approaching. They knew the British were coming, they just didn't know how. The same applies today. We, the Gates County taxpayers, know how our taxes are coming. We just don't know how our county commissioners are going to justify them to the citizens. Let's see, we have the library project. LP3. Several months ago, there was $72,650 committed to that project. I don't know what the current amount is. And let's not forget the roof of the current courthouse, the building that we're now occupying, must be replaced. Has to be replaced. Probably around $200,000. Now, the restoration of the old courthouse, huge project, perhaps a couple million. It's interesting to see how projects are layered. LP3, new library, the development site, restoration of the old courthouse. Could it be that you, the commissioners, will justify the higher taxes by imposing that upon the citizens, only to make the decision to utilize the old courthouse for county use after the restoration has been completed? Well, if you're going to do that, perhaps it would have been a good idea to make the repairs and utilize it for the library, keeping the library here at the county seat. Frederick Bastet once said that government is the great fiction through which everybody endeavors to live at the expense of everybody else. Tell me it ain't so. Commissioners, tell me it's not so. One of the easiest things to do is to spend somebody else's money. But I urge and challenge you, our commissioners, to spend it cautiously and carefully so as to hold taxes lower rather than higher. Secondly, I have asked for, to no avail as of yet, I've asked for in the past a project sheet, a project list of ongoing projects within our county. Too often, projects have been talked about and the citizens not find out the status of the projects until there's a done deal. And I've mentioned that at this very podium. It would be so easy to have a project list available to the county taxpayers. It can be done in a simple spreadsheet, listing project name, the purpose of the project, the status, and the timeline, available to taxpayers at a moment's notice. Citizens, if you think Gates County taxes are a deal, think again. Not necessarily bad, but let's look at some comparisons. Gates County, the taxes are rated at 64 cents on the 100. Beaufort County, at 60 cents on the 100, or 7% lower than Gates County. Currituck County, 32 cents on the 100, 50% lower than Gates County. Hyde County, 52 cents on the 100, 19% lower than Gates County's taxes. Pasquotank County, 58.5 cents on the 100. That's 8.6 lower than Gates County's taxes. Closer to 100, Pasquotank, then Paquamas County, 41 cents on the 100. 36% lower than Gates County's taxes. I even went north of the state line just to see, just to take a look. Our neighbor's Isle of Wight County, the county that hosts Smithfield, Virginia. 52 cents on the 100, 18% lower than Gates County. Williamsburg, yes, Colonial Williamsburg, 54 cents on the 100, 16% lower than Gates County. Again, I challenge the commissioners to hold our taxes low rather than high, and I appreciate it.